Hello everybody, welcome to the next part in building this outdoor workbench thing from half a log. I've been working on it a little bit the last couple days. I haven't had much time, but I got this first hole mortised, and I used the draw knife to do the first leg. I got all the bark off of it. Let me get out of the light, and I squared it up pretty good. It fits in there tight. So what I'm gonna do is get it in there, beat it down in there. I made an upgrade in saws since the last video. My other one was getting just kind of wore out, and I was doing a job with it, and it just feels like it's gonna fall apart. So it's sitting over there in the tractor bucket, and I went out and got this one, which will be very handy, especially for some of the bigger jobs that I do, you know, falling trees and property cleanups and such. So yeah, it's got a ton of power. It's on a whole nother level of that Husqvarna. But yeah, let's get right to it. All right, so we got it in. It's not actually gonna be this long. I'm just gonna get them all in, and then I'll cut them off at a good level. I don't think I explained it very good earlier. I'm gonna drill the hole, and I'm gonna use the draw knife to make little dowels to beat in through the hole with a bunch of wood glue on it. And yeah, so that's gotta come back out. I'm gonna shove a bunch of wood glue in there, put it back in, and then beat the dowel through. So yeah, next step is drilling the hole. All right, we got the first hole done. It's a 3/4 inch paddle bit with the threaded end there. Now let's make the dowel. What I got to make the dowel is this stick here. It'll take a minute because it's ended up being a lot smaller, the actual hole, than I wanted. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Using the old Kubota to hold it steady for me so I can actually work on it. And then I'm gonna cut it about here and make them out of that straighter section there. I'm using a regular hammer to beat on chisels. I'm aware. I don't have any other options right now. Maybe that'll be one of the first things I make, is a good wooden chisel hammer. Chisel mallet, or whatever you want to call it. I used to have one. It was pretty cool. Just kind of fell apart after a while though. All right, I got it the hole chiseled down far enough. Now let's see if it'll fit. It should be pretty snug, but I should be able to get it down to the line that I need to. That would be this line. Now it's time to make up a couple more legs, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do those too, not to have this take 100 hours. So as soon as I'm done with that, I will be back. I marked the legs, so hopefully they'll all plane out pretty good. Now I'm going to try to freehand cut them pretty straight with the chainsaw, so that's going to be interesting. The only other notable thing that happened is when I pounded this leg in, it opened up a crack. So we're going to put some of those bow tie, I forget what they're called, they're in the shape of a bow tie, and you set them in there and it stops it from cracking more. Well, the bench's legs are on, it's standing up. Now the next thing to do is to plane it out a little bit. I tried a little bit here. Seems to be working good if I get the thing in focus. But I got all these hard notches just from imperfections when freehanding it with the chainsaw. But overall, it's pretty straight. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to plane these down a little bit. It'll never be super straight or smooth because I'm just doing it with this little plane. Maybe I'll get a bigger actual like number 7 or a big one meant for this. But I mean, it's outdoor workbench, it's probably gonna warp. The wood is still super wet, so we'll see. Also, the next problem to deal with is when I was beating this leg in, it opened up this crack pretty good because the leg was a little too big for the hole, and there's a crack there. So we're gonna take some bow tie, I don't remember what they call it, they're bow tie shims or, I don't know. Basically you cut the shape of a bow tie in here, and then you take a bow tie shaped piece of wood and inset it and glue it up. I think I'm gonna put one about here, and then maybe one here, and maybe another one down here at the end of the crack, assuming it doesn't open up anymore in the next day or so before I have time to do that. But we'll see how it goes. All right, I got a little bit of it planed. It's coming along pretty nicely. It's getting dark out, so it's probably gonna be the end today. And yeah, if you want to see what comes next after this and you liked the video, any likes or comments I appreciated, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next video.